Hey everyone, it's Kai, and today they had a very quick stream because, you know, like last week they told so much information. This week had no information left to talk about. That's fine, but they did reveal one of the new Lyrical Monastery ride lines, which is very nice, and it's the Vampire. I think a lot of people are really liking this one, but also they revealed an OTT for V Collection, which is great because I like OTT. Some people like OTT. I play them in premium, you know, it's cool, so it's nice to see what is revealed there as well. So at least there's some more info. So first of all, we have the starter. This is the Admire Elder Sister Feltyrose. This is a vampire, but this deck interacts with ghosts. So we'll see how the interaction works. The grade 1 ride line is Beautiful Day Off Feltyrose. When this unit is rode upon, Soul Blast 1, choose up to 1 ghost in your drop and put it into your hand. So you get to salvage a card, which is nice. But for a soul, keep that in mind. And then second effect is Vanguard, or a continuous Vanguard or Regard Circle. During your turn, if you have a ghost on your Regard Circle, this unit gets power 2000. So very, very easy condition to trigger off. Basically, it's just going to be 10k on your turn, right? I mean, there's definitely other easier conditions, but you know, this is one of those easier ones too. The grade 2 is Talent of Enjoyment Feltyrose. When this unit is rode upon, reveal a ghost normal unit from your hand, put it on the top of your deck, and choose a ghost from your drop zone and put it into your hand. So okay, you get to exchange a card from hand for a card from your drop. And then the second effect is during your turn, if you have 3 or more ghosts on your Regard Circle, this unit gets power 5000. So nice, easy to meet 15k condition, I guess. But here's the thing, she's not a ghost, she's a vampire. So if you have a bunch of her out, your back row will kind of need to be all ghosts to satisfy. So that can be a bit tricky, but it does work on the Vanguard or Regard Circle and will just kind of help hit numbers. And then the grade 3 is Rondo of Eventide Moon Feltyrose. So auto Vanguard Circle, when your drive check reveals a ghost normal unit, you may call that unit to an open front row Regard Circle. Then if you called, you can counterblast 1 and this unit gets drive +1 until the end of that battle. So how this works is, you know, you're gonna drive check. Oh, I drove check a ghost. I can call it for free, right? And then I can choose to counterblast to give myself 1 extra drive check to make up for the fact that I called my card that would normally go to my hand onto the field. So technically CB1 +1, right? Just again, it has to be a ghost. It combos with the grade 2, where you have to put a ghost from your hand to the top of the deck. So now you kind of understand where all this like top deck calling is coming from. This will help you getting multi attacks because we'll see later, but there's a bunch of cards that do kind of interact with this, makes open circles, and then, you know, can call themselves, etc, etc. You can kind of tell, you can probably make 5 attacks with this deck, and with a Persona Ride turn, they will hit slightly bigger. Well, not slightly, but big enough. So the thing in brackets just says during the battle, increase the drive of this unit by 1. Even if the last drive check of the battle, you'll still perform an additional drive check. So it's just saying, you know, you can hit quite likely to 4 drive checks if you reveal 2 ghosts, because, you know, you trigger ghost, call it, counterblast 1, +1 drive, do it again, +1 drive, and you're 4/4. Or even if it's like, you know, you're on their third drive check, because your second drive check or first didn't reveal the ghost, but on your third drive check, you still reveal a ghost, bam, you get 1 more drive check out of it. So pretty much you'll get a drive check whenever you can call that ghost unit out onto the field. Now let's take a look at some of the ghosts that interact with this deck. Here they revealed Capriccio of Circulating Star Ingrid. When this unit is placed on the Regard Circle other than from hand, you countercharge 1. Choose one of your other Regards in the same column M standard. So this is pretty much just referring to when you call it via Feltyrose's effect. Otherwise, you can call it via other means, but they have to not be from your hand. But you know, you call it into the field, you countercharge. So that's refunding your CB1 cost, and then you probably stand the back of the card that was, you know, boosted this card or boosted a card before, right? So this is like your 4th or 5th attack kind of thing. And then second thing is auto Regard Circle. When this unit attacks, this unit gets power +5000 into the end of that battle. And then at the end of that battle, put this unit on the bottom of your deck. So even if you don't call from the top, you just call it down. You get the 5k, empty, spot it up, and then wow, I got another Ingrid from, you know, my ride line, bam. Extra attack, extra drive check from them. So that's how these extra attacks are being made. We can take a look at some of the other cards as well. So these were from Card of the Days. This one is when this is boosted. At the end of the attack, at the end of the battle, this unit was boosted. You may put this card into Soul, and then this pick another Regard and it gets 5,000. So it's making empty spot. It's going to soul, which is a big deal because some of these cards do require souls to use, and your grade 1 ride line does require a soul. But yeah, this lets you boost something and give it more power. However, she's 12k, so her numbers is pretty bad, right? You need to be boosted with like a 6k to at least hit, you know, an 18. But yeah, it's a bit. Normally, if it's like a 13 and you're boosting with a 10, then you're like hitting 23. So that's kind of it. Other cards that we've seen. This one is just when this card attacks, Soul Blast 2, and then for the battle, this unit gets plus 15,000, and then at the end of that battle, put this unit on top of your deck. So this is pretty much just saying Soul Blast 2, get another attack confirmed because she's a ghost as well. And it's like 25, can hit by herself, or you know, boost is like 33. That's a pretty good number, right? If she just hits swings by herself, like with the Persona Ride, that's also 35. It's like pretty good. Goes to the top, confirm an extra drive check, confirm an extra attack. You can kind of do it again if you have a lot of excess soul, but again, Soul Blast 2 is not cheap. Soul Blast 2 is not cheap. Other cards, this one is a grade 1. So on the back for a Regard Circle once per turn, during your battle phase, when another unit is placed on the Regard Circle, Soul Blast 2 to draw 1. So this is a 6k booster. So I guess it kind of combos with the 12k, at least hits that number, but Soul Blast 2 to draw 1. Pretty heavy cost because you're already, you know, comboing with other Soul Blast 2s. And at least, you know, it doesn't need to be called in the same column or anything like that, but she has to be on the back row Regard Circle. All right. And then lastly, we have another ghost here, which is like just if you have a ghost on your Regard Circle, if the number of ghosts you have on your Regard Circle is 3 or more, this unit gets power 2k or shield plus 5,000, and it works on the Regard or Guardian Circle. So this is just like a 10k shield if you've got ghosts. But here's a thought, right? With Feltyrose, like you have to, like, looking at these effects is you're very restrictive in how you're going to build your deck, kind of, because the rest of the deck you just want ghosts plus her with, like, you know, Persona Ride, or otherwise you have like a chance of missing, and then you might be forced to run a lot of like bad ghosts, I guess, right? Some ghosts are not as good as others, so you kind of be forced to run them, just kind of fulfill her condition. But overall, it looks pretty interesting. I know, like, she also looks like a pretty cool character because she's not a mermaid. I don't know, like, people don't like mermaids anymore, but you know, vampires is the new meta. But I think Catgirl is also pretty good, right? Let's look at some OTT stuff while we're here. So this is Sai, and she is pretty darn good, I think. She's Tsukuyomi support. So, like, I remember Tsukuyomi in V, and it was cool for like a couple of months. Tsukuyomi in Premium, though, this also works with that. So this is insane support, actual insane support. So first effect is auto. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard Circle, you may search your deck for a Goddess of the Crescent movement Tsukuyomi. So that is the grade 1 Tsukuyomi, and then you ride it as stand and shuffle your deck. So this is basically saying, you know, you will not get grade stuck unless you ride your third grade 1, which then you will, which is unfortunate. But she has another effect. So the second effect is act Regard Circle once per turn. If your opponent's grade is 3 or higher, or your opponent's Vanguard grade is 3 or higher, put a grade 2 or lower Regard into your soul, look at the top 2 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 2 cards from among them, put them on the top of your deck in any order, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So the key thing here is that it's putting a grade 2 or less into your soul. If you've got Tsukuyomis, extra Tsukuyomis, this is how you get, you know, first Tsukuyomi ride, 3 Tsukuyomis in soul to be able to, like, draw a bunch. So this kind of sorts that problem out, but also if you've kind of misread in any way, this kind of helps you sort that problem too. So pretty good card for Tsukuyomi. Nice, like, old support, right? Good old support. The grade 2 is a Fuyo. Auto, when this unit is placed on the Vanguard Circle or Regard Circle, counterblast 1, draw a card, choose a normal unit from your drop zone and put it on top of your deck. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or higher, you may put it into your soul instead of putting it on the top of your deck. So again, this is another way to kind of filter your make your first Tsukuyomi ride very strong. If you've, like, messed up, kind of. This also helps, like, your first, even if you go first, you can kind of put it on top of your deck, and then you can, like, soul charge of like a Urael or something like that. So this really helps that out. So again, really good Tsukuyomi support, I think. And then the grade 3 is kind of weird. All right, this is Tsukuyomi. Tsukuyomi, and her first effect is continuous in the trigger zone. This card is not regarded as a normal unit, but a trigger unit. So she just counts as a trigger unit pretty much in the trigger zone only. And the second effect is auto. When this card is revealed by your drive check, choose one of your vanguards and it gets power 10,000 until the end of turn. Then you may counterblast 1 and it gets a crit as well. So it's basically a CB1 crit trigger, but if you don't CB1, it is just a trigger, like a totally vanilla trigger. So your OTT can even run more triggers, right? You can run this, you can run Amaterasu as well. That's like kind of a fake trigger too. So you can just get a lot of crits and a lot of crits. So I like this. I do like the grade 1 and 2. Like in premium, we already have kind of ride line support. Now you have just max ride line support if you really want to for Tsukuyomi. So that's kind of cool. This is like a trigger. I don't know if you'll see it in premium much, but in like V, just having extra triggers, I like that. And this is not restricted to be run in like a Tsukuyomi deck. You know, you can run it in every deck now, and then everything has to be afraid of you because you have way more crit triggers than others. You can run draws and still not feel bad because technically you are still running 12 crit in a way. So I don't know. I like this. I really like this. This OTT support. And next we're gonna see Nubatama. So that's nice. Tomorrow we'll see Nubatama, and I think tomorrow I'm just gonna make a video on V as well. So keep an eye out on that. It's just some testing that we've done and what I think of the new V collection cards and how they're gonna shape up the format. So that's it for today. Short stream, but I managed to talk for ages. Well, not that long, but enough anyway. Hope you guys like it. What do you guys think of the new reveals? What do you guys think of the new ride chain for Lyrical Monasterio? Is Cat Girls better or is Vampire Girls better? Let me know. And I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye.